Hill Figure. This is the Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. It's Sunday evening, folks, and let me just say with regards to Cesar Pina, got him! Oh, we got him. I just got back from New Jersey. As you should know, I'm moving back home. I'm back in Georgia right now, but we have his location. Demand for payments are going out this week. DJ Envy, you will be served as well, along with iHeart. And I reported Angela Yee to the FBI. Sucker shit. I'll bring you guys up to speed later, okay? My first day back, again, moving back to New Jersey, and I'm going to be here in Georgia for the next 2 to 3 weeks to close out the house in Woodstock, okay? But tonight we have to talk about DJ Drama. And I have to be very honest with you. I don't dislike the guy, but he's one of those people I never gave a fuck about. He's from Pennsylvania. Supposedly, he was up in Toronto, and niggas from the Triple Gs put hands and feet on him, stomped him out, bloodied him up, pistol whipped him, boom, 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 and took the chains. The video, you can see that's in my community section, and most of you have seen it already. And let me jump out the window. It's my first night back. I'm sipping wine. I think the sixth god pushed the button on him. Troll babies, good evening. Do you guys know who the sixth god is, huh? What did the sixth god say back in 2016? More tune for your head top, so watch how you speak on my name. Ooh! Drake. Troll babies, good evening. How you guys doing? Okay. The show's going to be a little sloppy tonight, my first night back. I've been off for well over a week. But we do have to discuss these topics, huh? Premium black news. DJ Drama beat half to death. Was this a case of the young wolves? Caught him in a club. Supposedly, this is where this happened. There's no footage of him actually getting the chain taken, but we can see the chain. Anytime somebody's slave chain gets taken, it's a big deal in the world of urban media. Was this a case of him being, in a club, hat on backwards, damn near 50, and some young wolves looked at him and said, "This old nigga? This nigga? Boom!" Ricky Dredd, I need you on the line early, sir. Is Ricky Dredd in that live chat from We Love Hip Hop? Let's get him on the line. Was that what this was basically about? Now, there was some tension going back. I don't remember the details because, again, I've never cared about DJ Drama. I don't dislike the guy. I never listened to an interview with him. He really got his come up in the Atlanta area. He was on radio down here. I forget what station. Jeezy, Gucci Mane, and just Lil Wayne. So he's got history. He's a name. He's a brand. And I think a year or so ago, he was accused of stomping his girlfriend's ears together. So he's an alleged beater. But I never watched an interview. I never gave a shit. He was recently on the Math Hoffa show. That's my homie. And I say, what the fuck? This old nigga still with the hat on backwards? I don't want to hear what he's got to say. So I don't know if there's something new that he may have said that, niggas in the six, that's Toronto, may have said, hey, he's right here. And supposedly they gave him the beats, okay? And here's a little trivia for you guys because people seem to think that Drake put Toronto on the map. Such is not the case. Drake is one of my top favorite artists / rappers, but who really put Toronto on the map? That's a question for you guys. Now, again, I'm a man of a certain age, born in 64. Who's my favorite band? They were out of Toronto. That's who put it on the map for decades, okay? If you know, you know. If not, don't worry about it. Also, tonight's show, I have 2 sponsors that I'm hoping they call in. Alpha Villains, where are you, sir? Are you calling in? I want to talk about this man's book, Masculine Compromise, okay? Alpha Villains. He's on YouTube. He gets it in. All right. I have a question for him a little bit later if he calls in. If not, I'll put it on the table right now. This was inspired by Azealia Banks. Azealia Banks. What she said about DC Young Fly's a former partner who passed away. Again, condolences. No one can say anything sideways. 3 children have lost their mother. But Azealia Banks, and this question inspired by her pain, her hurt. Do black women have the right to be angry? Do black women have the right to be angry? Now, I would like to talk to someone like an Alpha Villains, and if he says no, they don't have a right to be angry, here's the reason why. F them hoes. Come on over to my channel. I will give him that platform, okay? A little bit later. All right, Florida Boy Jay, might you be tapping in, sir, at some point? I want to talk to him because I called him earlier. Catch this. And I thought that there was a basketball game on tonight between the Nuggets and the Heat. And he's like, oh, I don't even know. I said, what do you mean you don't know? You're my sports guy. You're my sports guy. What do you mean you don't know? And I said, is this nigga no longer watching the goddamn finals because the Heat are down 3-1? We've got some talking to do this evening, okay? All right, and a little bit later, or whenever, do you believe in UFOs? I have a theory. I've given you one of my theories in the past. I think that the aliens have been here for thousands of years. The aliens, in my opinion, are Africans. That DNA is so unique. In my opinion, nothing could have survived. The elements and the earth that spun at a different speed, going back thousands of years. That's just one of my theories. But, coming up a little later or whenever you guys want to chime in, do you believe in UFOs, okay? All right. Let me set things up here. Hang on a second. Andre, I got your donation early, sir. Thank you so much. G, I got your donation. Hey, G, thank you so much for your support, you beautiful young lady, you. Thank you so much. And, okay, someone just sent me an email. I will get back to them. All right. I've been busy, though. Let me just say one last thing before I bring Coles in. I have been busy. I had a great trip. Anyway, I'm going to talk about that later, my trip to New Jersey. Stone Harbor. Moving back to Stone Harbor. But I went along the Carolina, what is it, the Crystal Coast? Oh, man. Emerald Isle is fucking beautiful. But I was busy. I put up some videos, in case you guys don't know, under my YouTube Shorts. If you get a chance, go there. I want to talk to you about that this evening, okay? All right. Phone lines are open. Let's get the show cracking here. I'm hyped. I'm charged. It's Sunday evening. Area code 416. DJ Drama. Beat half to death in the 6. Are you up to speed? 416.
Hey, sorry. Am I good with the audio? Can you hear me properly?
I'm sipping wine. Who is this? Who is this?
Friday Ricky Dredd from the We Love Hip Hop Network.
Oh! My nigga, hold on a second.
Let's get it early.
I've been waiting for your call. Let me get your information on the screen. I saw your video, Ricky Dredd, because Florida Boy Jay is the first one to send me the bullshit. So this is Premium Black News. And then I saw your video. You're not trying to put this on Drake. You're like, you're walking on eggshells. Yes? Ricky Dredd, come on.
No. We can't just say this because somebody got robbed in the 6 and because DJ Drama has some issues with Drake, that is on Drake. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. On the screen right now, welovehiphop.ca. That's your platform. Yes, you are in Toronto. You are the official source. Anything with regards to Toronto and Canada, hip-hop, yes?
So this chain snatching case, the GGGs have claimed responsibility for this. This is like a gang up here or a squad up here of some nefarious guys that do some crazy things up here, right? The head guy of their crew, top 5, he's currently in jail right now looking at a double actually an attempted murder case, right?
Mm.
And then another guy from their case, from their crew, a guy named Flipper, just got convicted of 2 separate murder cases, one on a mob enforcer and one on I think on a woman. I'm not sure.
Jesus.
I got to double check my news stories. But these guys are crazy out here in the 6, you know what I'm saying? So right away when that video dropped on the blogs out here, it was some goons saying that they were the GGGs claiming responsibility for it.
Okay, now, do they call themselves Triple G's to be precise?
Go get them, gang.
Yeah, okay. Now Ricky Dredd, you're doing a lot of talking. You're naming names. I wasn't going to do that, but okay, that's where you're going.
Well, this is public. Listen, this is public knowledge already, right? The thing is with drama.
This nigga snitching from the 6.
For something called Canadian Music Week.
Okay, so, all right. Okay, so hang on, Ricky Dredd. Do they go by Triple G's or just GGG? I thought it was Triple G's.
GGGs.
Okay. So now we saw the video. They have the chains that look like DJ Drama's chains. No response from him. Nothing on goddamn Instagram. This is all over Hip Hop DX. I'm jumping out the window and I'm saying the 6th God who said once upon a time, watch how you speak on my name. He may not have given the order, but, he let it be known, fuck around. And you can get touched in the 6. Yes? No?
I'm going to give you my theory. I'm going to say no. I'm going to stand on no. But I think sometimes people get overzealous and try to rep for Drake and be like, see what I did? And he doesn't even know this happening.
Okay. Now, Ricky Dredd.
That's just my theory.
You are from WeLoveHipHop.ca. Again, you are in Toronto. That's your area. What was that song? It was some type of interlude back in 2016. Drake said, tune up for your head top and watch how you speak on my name. Do you know what I'm talking about?
It's called Free Smoke. It's off of the More Life playlist. It's a playlist rather than an album.
Okay.
I'm a Drake music aficionado, so any Drake questions I can answer.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Listen, I'm jumping out the window. If I get a cease and desist from Drake, I'll take this video down. But I'm jumping out the window and I'm saying, Drake, the 6th God, that's who Drake is referred to as. Yes, the 6th God?
Yes.
Yes. The way to get, closer to this 6th God is to get some brownie points, to put hands on someone. Now, DJ Drama was not shot, nor was he stabbed, but according to the reports, he was beat like an old slave, bloody, and I have to say, on some G shit, there's no video footage. Salute. They said, hey, no, put the phones down. We're going to give this nigga that work. And they gave him that work, according to the reports, yes?
Well, you got to understand, a lot of people think that Toronto is sweet, right? I see a lot of content in America when they talk about Canada, they make fun of us. They got this misconception that everybody's super friendly. And, sometimes people just got to come around and figure it out, find out.
Okay.
You can't come around here just shining with 100,000 on your neck with no security.
Right.
Nobody, no blicky to hold you down. And plus,
old high yellow nigga with his hat on backwards. This old nigga?
Even if you're running around down south with the blicky star, when you come past that border, you gotta put the blicky down. You can't bring it. So now you're naked.
DJ Drama's almost 50. Why is he still going by the name Drama? What is his fucking real name? Tyree or some shit? He should be Tyree something and get rid of that drama shit. Now, do you have inside sources? Do you have the information that everybody else wants? Ricky Dredd from WeLoveHipHop.ca. Do you have the knowledge? Were hands put on him? Was he screaming for mama? What happened? Come on, man.
Listen, I do have some inside information. However, this is, at the end of the day, something that happened in the streets. So there's only so much that we could talk about online over here, Star. You know what I mean? I don't want to be out here on the Star Report dry snitching.
Right, okay. Hey, man, I thought about you earlier, and I'm so glad that you called. What else is going on your site? Anything new, any exclusives? Ricky Dredd, please.
Some of the stuff that, we did have a little quick combo behind the scenes is now working back out to the best. You know what I mean? Everything's turning back up. The videos are doing crazy. We're dropping 2 episodes a week as usual.
Nice.
And, yeah, the scene is it's fruitful out here.
Okay. Before you go, Ricky Dredd, you do know that Rush put Toronto on the map decades ago, long before Drake, right? Rush. Traveled the world. Neil Peart, the drummer, the greatest, the most awarded rock and roll drummer in the history of rock and roll. You do know Rush put Toronto on the map, yes?
I do when it comes to just music in general. But when it comes to hip-hop specifically, we can never forget Maestro Fresh West and Cardinal Official.
Of course. I'm talking about overall. Nobody knew, and nor did they give a fuck about Toronto until Rush traveled the world, my favorite band. But good to talk to you, man. Please keep us up to speed, and I'm sending people to your platform, okay?
Salute to you, sir. You
Yes,
have
sir.
a great evening and a great show.
Thank you, sir. Okay, Ricky Dredd tapping in. Damn, he was giving up names early, wasn't he? Snitch network in full effect. Damn. Guys, on the screen, pocketwatcher.net. JT, might you be checking in, sir? I want to get, I'm promoting tonight, folks. I'm looking for JT. He may or may not call in. Okay. Great channel. I've been checking out his advice, financial advisor, planner. He can help you guys with debt, consolidating debt. And I wanted to have a conversation with him because myself, being a capitalist, there was 2 things I wanted to invest in years ago, and I kind of regret not doing it. One was a debt collection agency. I wanted to start one because I want to see more people spending money. Who's calling me? I'm doing a show. I want to see more people spending money, living above your means and things of that nature. And the other thing was a funeral home. I wanted to invest in a funeral home because now they've got these drive-through funeral homes. I could have made a fucking killing. Anyway. Whoa! Dana with the data. Dana, good evening. How are you?
I'm good. You know what? I know you can't really multitask, so I didn't want to text you the question, so I figured let me call in and ask you.
What's that?
Are we going to table that conversation for another day?
Which one?
Because I see your title is something totally different from what we discussed earlier.
Yeah, you and I spoke earlier about New York legislators passing a bill for reparations in New York City, yes, for black people?
Right, and I did email you the 2 bills, but I'm just like, if that's not what you're talking about, that's fine, because we could just table it for another day.
Well, hang on a second. I feel like talking. This is my first show back, and I might do 3 hours tonight. So give me a little time if you're awake later. I think this is needed. Reparations are due. And I want to see if, Hispanics are going to try and push back, or if Hispanics are going to say that they deserve reparations as well, which is a fucking joke. But can we come back to this after I get the show rolling and popping?
Sure, yeah. Just text me because I'm about to do some things around the house. So just send me a text if you want me to call in to talk about it, if you get to it.
And also, I may need you later for my question. Do black women have the right to be angry? Later, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you.
All right, cool.
Okay.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Folks, I'm on my first show back. I took a shot yesterday. A farmer sussed 500. Farmer says 500, nigga. I'm out there right now, okay? All right, hang on a second, guys. Someone just called me. Who just called me? This may be a sponsor. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to talk to my sponsors tonight. If you have time, this is a great night to just relax. Area code 314. Is that who I think it is?
Yes, sir.
Is this?
Yes, sir. Pocket watching with JT. What's going on?
Hey, man, good to hear from you. Thank you for tapping in. You and I spoke when I was traveling up to New Jersey, and I said I wanted to take the time to promote you. Let me make sure on the screen I have the right information. www.pocketwatcher.net. Yes, that's your platform, pocketwatcher.net?
Yes, sir. That is the website. Pocket Watching with JT is the YouTube channel. Big fan.
Okay. Let's take our time, man. No rush. I appreciate you coming on as a sponsor. I've already said, myself, a capitalist, I want people spending money. I wish I had started or purchased a debt collection agency years ago. I did not. I think that's a great business to be in, but you are more so helping people who fall into despair, and you're helping them do what? Come out of debt, budget their finances. What is it exactly that you do, JT, please?
Yes. Absolutely. So I'm a certified financial planner. In the world of giving financial advice, that's the top tier of someone being able to come in, be a financial advisor, figure out exactly what's going wrong in your financial life, and help you prepare an action plan of actually helping you reach your financial goals.
Okay. And people come to you, and can we? Let's do a deep dive here. There's no rush. Do certain cultures spend more than others in certain areas? Myself, having worked at record labels and done marketing and research and call-out research, I know that certain cultures prefer certain foods. They prefer certain sweeter soft drinks. Do certain cultures live above their means? Do they fall into debt? Do they not keep track of things? What can you tell us about, this world that you know better than most people?
That's a great question. Most people, they don't realize almost everyone overspends, but it's what they overspend on that kind of dictates what culture they're in. I have clients from every background, white, Hispanic, black. They all overspend. It's just that when you are probably coming from an African-American background, a lot of the so-called wealth that you have is going to be in automobiles and maybe clothing and stuff like that. But if you move into, another area, a different culture, they're overspending, but they're overspending on different stuff.
Okay. I'm not looking at you as a man of color or African-American. I see you as a knowledgeable person. So the research that I'm asking about, let's again, let's look at whether it be African Americans, Hispanic, Caucasians. Which culture do you find falls into debt quicker and then needs help, doesn't even file their taxes? Paying the taxes is one thing, but if you don't file the taxes, that's the real issue, yes?
Yes, that's a huge issue because when it comes to the IRS, if you file your tax return and you owe money, there's a 10-year statute of limitation for them to be able to collect. But if you never pay or never file, there is no statute of limitation. They can come after you at any time. And a lot of times in the African-American culture, Hispanic people of color, our lack of knowledge of how the system works is what puts us behind, because you can still have at the same rate white people owing the IRS, but because they actually filed their tax return, because they actually hired a financial advisor to help them out, they end up in a better spot.
Bingo. I learned this in the late 70s in private school in New Jersey. File your taxes. Even if you can't pay them, just file. And when I moved to New York in 1981, and throughout the 80s, it was different then, I used to actually go to the IRS. They would do your taxes there. I don't know about now. I have accountants now, but do you remember that, or am I on some really old shit? You could go to the IRS.
No.
Come on.
You are correct. If your income falls between a certain level, the IRS will have people who will help you prepare your tax return. I myself, I do a lot of pro bono work, so that's free work when you're a professional to low-income people, and we do their tax returns if you fall within a certain bracket.
Right.
There's, these small-time tax prep shops that are charging you $400, $500, $600, and we are actual professionals, and we do it for free, but you just have to sign up and wait in line and whatnot, but it's better than paying $600 or $800 off of your $3,000 or $4,000 refund.
Yeah. Do you find that Hispanics, their habits are different from African Americans, just in terms of generational wealth and spending? Because you also advise people on generational wealth, yes?
Yes. So what I've noticed is that the Hispanic culture, they will do certain family wealth planning things that the African American culture does not do. You'll see more life insurance, even though income level may be the same.
Right.
You'll see at a higher rate life insurance. Someone passes away, they're able to cover the funeral and be able to pass something on, while more often than not in African American culture, no life insurance, they die, we're doing a GoFundMe, and the next generation is starting off at the same level as the previous.
Right. I appreciate your channel. I've watched some of your videos, and I'm not just saying that because you're a sponsor. What you do is very, very necessary, and not now, more than ever, since different states are talking about possible reparations. New York lawmakers, as of Thursday, have passed a bill considering reparations. Does that affect anything with regards to what you advise people on? And can you give us the difference? Because you say something about you don't give a certain type of advice, but you're a financial advisor. Can you break that down?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the real world, I don't live on YouTube. In the real world, I am a licensed financial advisor that gives financial advice. But on YouTube, what I'm doing, I'm really giving you financial tips. I have to get a lot of more information to really give a person personal financial advice.
Right.
But especially what we see coming on with, these different reparations movements and the successes that they're having, we are taught in school when we're a financial advisor that, hey, there's a thing called the sudden wealth effect. When a person all of a sudden gets a whole lot of money that they're not properly prepared to manage. And you have to prepare a person when they get a bag. Otherwise, they'll run through it. A lot of people accelerate their own death because they got a lot of money, and that money only funds and further fuels their bad habits.
Okay. So with the discussions of reparations and people saying, well, just give me the money. What I spend it on is my business. And maybe I'm broad stroking here. Are African Americans, for the most part, mentally equipped to take large sums of money and bankroll it into generational wealth? Did I say that the right way?
Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, like you said, we're talking broadly here, because when we talk about any community, any low-income community is not prepared to accept a large sum of money. That's just not how it works. It doesn't matter. You can look at a lot of people who won the lottery, hundreds of millions of dollars in the lottery. Most of them go broke, period. But when you also compound the issue with systemic racism and issues of identity crisis, when you have a person who really don't know who they are other than the material things that they can show others, it's like giving an alcoholic an unlimited card to drink. Okay. All they're going to do is further fuel their personal issues. So you have to have something in place to help a person manage. Like, one thing that we do when it comes to estate planning and helping the next generation with personal clients, we might set up a trust for that younger generation and give them an allowance. They don't get $300,000 at once. You're 21 years old. We're going to say, no, we're going to give you an allowance over the years, and then when you get to a more stable age, when your brain actually stops forming and you're actually an adult, then we'll give you the $500,000 bag. But you don't get it at 18 or 21 because you're going to blow it regardless of what color you are.
Okay. I'm going to throw you a curveball. Do you advise people to tell them after you do a full analysis? I know you can't just, based upon YouTube, to do a chart and a graph with someone, but after you do a full analysis, do you tell people how to manage their debit cards?
Oh, yes. Because, I mean, credit is bad enough. Because when the average person spends money on credit, they really don't think of it as their money, and they are not so focused on paying it back. But a debit card, at the same way, people swipe that card. If they actually had $100 in their pocket and they had to count out the money when they're spending it, we've done studies and it shows they will be more responsible with cash on hand than swiping the debit card, because it takes away a level of reality when the money's digital rather than the money being in hand. Okay. So you have to work with people and let them know this isn't a magic card.
Hang on a second. JT.
You still got to manage.
As I said, that's a curveball, and you correct me if I'm wrong. I don't recommend people using debit cards. I think credit cards are the way to go because the money's insured. With debit cards, you can get for months. You can get someone that double charges you, keeps charging you. And it's hard to dispute that. I recommend credit cards, again, because the money's insured. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. This is literally a question that we get on the Certified Financial Planner exam about the different protections you get versus a credit card versus a debit card. A debit card, they'll cover you $50. Right, something goes wrong, they'll cover you $50 unless you can really show the fraud and they're able to get the money back. With a credit card, the entire purchase, they're going to be able to get you back for the most part.
Right.
So fraud. Here's the issue that I have with credit cards, though. If you're dealing with a low-income community with credit cards, you can really get yourself caught up because, once again, people don't understand what they're doing. You give someone a credit card, they will run it up. They don't understand that it's also the worst type of debt that you can get because the interest rates are 20-plus interest rates. And if you only pay the minimum balance, you'll be paying that thing for 20 years.
Okay. I hear you. And I just listen, how I move as an individual should not be representative of the masses, but I believe in credit cards over debit cards. I took a California road trip back in November, and I paid about $4,000 for a fucking Amtrak from Atlanta out to Seattle. When I got back, I disputed the whole fucking charge. I said, I'm telling on myself. I said the room, I had a private room on the train, on the Amtrak. I said the room, it wasn't up to my expectations. There was trouble with the goddamn internet, and I got the whole fucking $4 back. With a debit card, that wouldn't have been allowed.
Oh, that never would have happened. You never would have been able to finesse the debit card the way you did the credit card.
Right.
Ain't no way.
Hey, so one last question, and let's get you back on the show, whether it be this weekend or next week, because I appreciate you as a sponsor. Debt collection, is that a good business to go into? Again, I'm talking about the individual versus the collective. I think most Americans are consumers. They're going to spend regardless. I applaud you as a person who helps and works with people, but I really wanted to partner up or invest in a debt collection agency years ago. Is that the way to go?
Oh, absolutely.
Come on.
Oh, if you got the money and the time, because it's not going to come quick.
Right.
But if you've got the money and the time, absolutely, because you are buying debt for pennies on the dollar, and you're collecting somewhere between 20, 30, 40, maybe even 70% of what the actual debt is, and you're buying it for pennies on the dollar, it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah.
The dope game is embedded in that.
Right. Pay this debt or else we're going to fuck up your credit for 7 years. That's a hell of a business.
Yeah. Yeah, especially a person who owes like $8,000 on a credit card.
Yeah.
You bought it for a couple $100,
right.
and then you're collecting. It's like, okay, we'll settle it for $4,000.
Right.
That's a come up.
It's a come up, man. JT, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for tapping in. Folks, you can go to pocketwatcher.net. That's where JT, the Pocket Watcher, is. This man has great content. Go to his YouTube site. And JT, I think I gave you, I'm pretty sure I did, a wrench from my live chat through your YouTube channel so you can promote your links in my live chat, tell people to go to your platform, and let's talk again, man, before the week is out.
Yes, sir, you got it.
Thank you, JT. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Good guy, smart guy, JT, the Pocket Watcher. Yeah, man. Folks, don't follow my lead. I'm just, I'm a capitalist. I'm about that bag, goddamn. Is there anybody who needs some type of partner for a debt collection agency? That's the way to go. Charlie, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Star, have you had an alien experience yourself? Charlie, back from 1981 until 1991, when I was doing fish scale, I had multiple fucking alien experiences. Outer body experiences. I'm laying in the bed, trying to go to sleep, but I want some more Coke, and I envision myself literally, flying out of the goddamn apartment, down the street to the Coke dealer. Yeah, man, but it's bullshit. But thank you for your donation. Hold on. Two-Tone got your donation. Star, YouTube is trash without you. #salute. Tone, I thank you for your donation. Tone, did you get a chance to check out the videos that I posted over the last week in my YouTube Shorts? If not, please do. Okay, you can go to the YouTube channel, which is what you're on now, and the drop-down menu, it'll say Shorts. Click on some of those shorts, man. I appreciate your support, okay? Okay, I spoke with Ricky Dredd. Marvin, I got your donation. Thank you. So he says, turn up, nigga. So thank you. Marvin, I'm on Pharmacist 500 now. Fuck all that 300 shit. Next level. Johnny, I got your donation. Us Hispanics need our checks over anyone. Ooh. Is that Johnny Too Cool? No, he says Johnny Too Cool. Okay. I hear you. I don't agree with you, but I hear you. Okay. Hang on a second, guys. Skylar Saunders, sit tight. I see you. Area code 256. Good evening. Are you there? 256. A 1 2. A 1 2.
What's poppin' stuff?
Hey, how are you, man? DJ Drama, beat half to death, pistol whipped. I think they gave him $150. Took his shit. What say you? What say you?
I ain't gonna even BS you, man. I am not of the city with DJ Drama. I wanted to hop in on your UFO topic real quick.
Okay, can you come closer to the phone, sir? Sounds like you're in the
hold on.
back room. Okay.
My bad. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on, sir.
It's okay. Take your time.
My bad. I had to fly nigga headset on. My bad.
Okay. Do you believe in UFOs? That's my showrunner. Where do you want to start?
I believe that I seen two of them one night at my granny's house. I'm from down south. I'm from Alabama.
Okay.
I'm up in northern. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You have the floor, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. I'm staying in like more of northern Alabama right now.
Okay.
But where I'm from is more of central Alabama. But yeah, I was at my granny crib, chilling with my cousin. Mm-hmm. I was sipping on some drink. I ain't gonna need to lie to you. I was sipping a little bit.
Right.
But I know I ain't tripping. My cousin
okay.
seen it too. He
It's
stayed
okay.
close.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I seen it. It's like they sat there and waited for us to see them. And then as soon as I saw it, I'm talking about it took off. I'm talking about it was gone like like the speed of light, literally. Like, it was crazy, but I seen 2 of them that night. It was my cousin tried to play it off like all cool and shit like that, and I can't lie. My bad, I don't mean to curse, but my cousin tried to.
No, sir, it's my first night back. Fuck the algorithm. Take your time. You and your cousin.
Oh man,
Your cousin. You're in Alabama. You're smoking sherm stick. I know what you do in Alabama.
No, hell no,
sir.
Hey,
sir.
No.
You're in Alabama. You're smoking that goddamn sherm stick, and you scented. You scented some shit. Tell us what.
I saw it.
Tell us what you
I
scented.
saw it. I ain't even 30, man. I ain't even 30. I'm scared of stuff like that. I don't fuck with nothing white, nothing like that. I'm scared of stuff like that.
Come on.
On some real stuff.
Let's go.
But no, that's about it, man. It's a boring story, to be honest. My cousin tried to play it off all cool when we saw it. I'm talking about he kind of pissed me off. I hate when niggas try to act too cool for shit. Like we live in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, let's enjoy it. You feel me? So, but yeah, I really did see that. And I'm gonna sneak this in real quick, man. Please, bruh. Please, man. We need that doc, man, and we need your hands all the way in it. Like,
what's that?
Come on, man. We need that doc. We need your documentary. We need you to drop that. Your bio, whatever you call it.
Sir, I'm gonna get to that.
We need it.
I'm gonna get to that. I have an estate, and if I die before I do the documentary, it'll go to the right. It'll go to the right hands.
I want you to.
It'll go to the right hands. But hang on a second. I'm not rushing you off the line, sir. You're from Alabama.
All right.
You're not 30. Yes, you're not 30 yet. Now y'all be smoking that sherm stick down there. Let's have that real conversation.
Oh,
right?
I don't know about them. Look. I know you're gonna disagree, but I'm not saying it like in totality. But I'm somewhat like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mess with a lot of people. You feel me? So, shoot. I don't know what they do, but that ain't me right there. Okay. Now, I might sound a little crazy. I keep it 100. I'm a little nervous.
Sir, take your time. Take your time. No, take your time.
My bad. I'm slow.
Are you from Mobile?
No, sir. Hell no.
Okay. Do you know who my nigga is? Big Moochie Grape out of Alabama.
No, but I think you put me on. Honeycomb Brazy, and he got some crazy stories. Like, very entertaining.
Honeycomb Brazy is in the penitentiary, sir. But okay, so now hang on before you go. You're under 30. Y'all do different drugs. I'm not saying you didn't see what you thought you saw, but see, here's the thing. It's a very common story in America by way of white propaganda to say, I saw something crash, and then I saw it. Why the fuck would something from a superior, more than likely superior galaxy or some type of alien, why would it have to crash on this type of bullshit planet? Why couldn't it just land the goddamn spaceship and get out and start killing people? Why does it have to crash and then they run? Ooh, they ran. Answer that one. Come on.
Shoot, honestly, I don't know how to answer that. I don't know how to answer that. I keep it 100. I don't know how to answer that.
Okay.
All I know is I seen what I seen. Like,
okay.
I don't know. I don't really know how to answer that one there. I don't know what was in there. I can't say what it was, but I know 100%. Like, I ain't got no reason to lie. I ain't no liar.
I got you.
I
appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the call. Salute.
One.
Yes, sir. 100. Okay. Are we talking tonight, folks? I feel like talking to you. Cesar Pena, we got your location, you son of a bitch. We got your location. We got some of the people that you're involved with. And let me just say, with all due respect, for those of you who, may have allegedly, well, I got paperwork, allegedly been flim-flammed by Cesar Pena and his wife, reach out to me via email. Don't do interviews. I've got some lawyers that are putting together a class action lawsuit. Don't do interviews. Demand for payments are going out this week. Hang on a second. Here's my email address. Now ain't the time to be talking. The hater, 1964yahoo.com. We got that little fat fucker on the run, or he thinks he's on the run. We know where he's at. The goons are looking for them. Him and his brother Lucci. Oh, and we've got DMs from DJ Envy, a.k.a. Rashawn Casey, trying to downplay his affiliation. I was talking, well, let me slow down. I was talking to a lawyer. I'm not going to say what state. It wasn't New Jersey. And they are loading up the fucking barrel. And I sent them Cesar Pena's criminal records. And the lawyer said, holy shit, this guy's a convicted heroin dealer. I said, yeah, he's a real piece of work. Mr. Skylar Saunders, good evening, sir. It's Sunday. I'm on one. How are you, Skylar?
I'm not unwell. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm back, as you know. I had a very productive trip. I'm going to be in Georgia for the next 2 to 3 weeks, closing out the house, and then I go back to Jersey. You and I spoke earlier. I wanted to ask you, based upon Azealia Banks and, her lashing out at DC Young Fly because he, according to her, he hurt her. DC Young Fly has suffered, along with his family and friends, the loss of his beautiful partner. 3 children are now without a mother, so let's not even, go in that direction. But my question to you earlier, do black women have the right to be angry? Azealia Banks is angry. Skylar Saunders.
What is Azealia angry about? That's the question. What does it stem from? What is the whole issue?
Slavery. I'm reaching slavery.
No, I did study what you sent me. I appreciate the information, and I don't doubt any of it was false because, if you look at slavery, it goes over 100 years. You can count technically 400 years. People want to talk about that. We can go to a different level, but within the time frame of 1619 to about 1865, there was it was everything. There were masters that could take children and raise them up and take them from the mothers, and that just bred more hatred and more viciousness within those females, within those black women, and that they do have a right, I think, to be angry. I don't know about
Skylar. I don't want you to agree with me just because we're talking or because I reached out to you. If you say no, Star, you're full of shit. These black women today do not have the right to be angry, and you're reaching. That slavery shit was hundreds of years ago. You can go there. I'm looking for alpha villains as well. Alpha villains, if you're out there. Let me reach for a second, if I can just reach. So I sent you some information earlier. Back in 2002, Peace to the God, DX21, and myself, we were having a discussion on Hot 97. My mother educated me back in the 70s about the fact that black female slaves, as early as 13 years old, that's when they started breeding them. And by the time they reached 20, they were expected to have 4 to 5 babies. And there were some states that if a black female slave had 15 to 17 children, she could earn her freedom. The psychological effects of this over the decades, centuries, if you will, is horrific. And let's keep it real, Skylar. Let's keep it so fucking real.
Yes.
Black men today, when they get some money, what do they go for? Something light skin, shanky eyes, and straight hair. Right?
That's right.
I'm not saying that's the
best. I'm not just agreeing with you. I'm just saying that's true. That's a fact.
I'm not saying, in any way, shape, or form, anything derogatory towards black women. But however, when I speak about this sort of stuff, black men say, you caping, you pandering. No, I'm just talking about history. I think that black women have the right to be angry, going back to this cruel breeding process. And there's a whole lot of other stuff in between. You and I are capitalist. You and I are objectivists from the school of Ayn Rand.
Absolutely.
And capitalism has no moral base, but slavery was immoral. I
have to ask you that question.
Go ahead.
Can I ask you that question?
Go ahead.
I've studied Ayn Rand. I've looked at most of her interviews. I looked through all her books. I've almost completed Introduction to Objectivist Epistemology, and I have not seen where she said that. I'm not denying you, but I don't know where she has said that capitalism has no moral base. Okay. Where does she say that so I can look it up?
I will send you that info. It's not something that she said. Okay. It's not something that she said necessarily to offend people, but at the same time, I live the life that she was speaking about. So I don't have to be the person who just mimics everything she says. The way that I became an objectivist by reading her writings, I saw myself. Her work, her life's work, encompassed who I was. I just needed someone to smooth out the edges, but I was already that person who she was talking about. But hang on a second. Let's get focused on black women. Do black women have the right to be angry, please? Skylar, go ahead.
Yes.
You have the floor. Do they have the right to be angry?
Oh, well, I'm not agreeing just to agree because we have multiple things we disagree on. And you've noted that. And I do agree with you on tonight's topic that black women do have the opportunity, have the reason to be angry. And I couldn't understand why any other reason would be except slavery in this country, in the United States, because every single community or organization or some kind of combination of human beings has experienced slavery. But within the context of the United States of America, it's a totally different animal because it was based on this country was based on freedom and individualism and capitalism. And for the black woman to be objectified, to be demeaned, to be denigrated, to be torn down and ripped asunder, that is what is so important and the reason why she has every right to be angry.
Okay. Anything you want to add with regards to DJ Drama, pistol whipped, beat half to death up in Toronto? The chains were taken. That's my main topic.
Yeah, the Unabomber committed suicide because he wanted to be on one of DJ Drama's Gangsta Girls albums, on one of his mixtapes. That's the reason why the Unabomber committed suicide. That's the going story, I think, going around the prison jails, because DJ Drama, he launched Lil Wayne into another stratosphere. He was not Lil Wayne wasn't as big as he is now without DJ Drama mixtapes. That's a fact.
Okay. Hey man, I appreciate your call. And with regards to Ayn Rand and what is capitalism, Google that. Ayn Rand, what is capitalism? She defined capitalism as a social system based on the recognition of individual rights. Yes. Including property rights.
And that's another key, thing about capitalism.
Hang on, Skylar, I'm answering your question from earlier.
Individual rights.
Including property rights in which all property is privately owned. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Good to hear from you, man. Thank you, Skylar.
Yes, sir. Can I promote a little bit?
Please, go ahead. And is your wrench working in the live chat?
Hey, my wrench is working well. My wrench is fine. I am doing numbers.
Good.
Because of you.
Good.
Because I appreciate you. I'm doing numbers on my side. I'm not doing, your scale. I'm not, flying in the sky. I'm here on the ground.
It's okay.
But you got to start somewhere, and I'm starting off very well. I'm getting the main thing about it, the hours, the watched hours. Those are the main key ideals for the analytics. So I appreciate you. My ad is YouTube.com/Sky Saunders, SkySaunders.
Okay, Skylar, great to talk to you, man.
Great talking to
and
you, sir.
Send me the video, the link to your next video whenever you're ready. Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Take care.
Skylar Saunders tapping in. Guys, who's texting me? There's a lot of texting. Okay, hang on a second. Star, I got Caesar contracts from a friend. Oh, we got him. Holy smokes. Hey, man, I'm sorry. Wow. Florida Boy Jay, pardon me, man, for keeping you on hold for so long. It's been a long night. Are you there? FBJ. Give me a second.
Yeah, we in the building. We chilling. What's going on, man?
Hey, man. Are the Heat and the Nuggets playing tonight?
Hey, listen, Star, I told you hours ago, Star, it's going on tomorrow night, man. Why are you asking about NBA Finals right now? This ain't the night they playing, man. We should be talking basketball right now, man. What's going on?
I asked you earlier, and you were like, I don't even know. I said, what do you mean you don't know? You're my sports guy. Have you given up? What's going on? Have you given up?
No, man, listen, Star, you called me. I was on, listen, you know it's the weekend. You know I'm on fly nigga time, man. You called me. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was chilling, man. We was just cooling. But, you know, the Heat are playing tomorrow night, 8:30 ABC, back in Denver against the Nuggets. Nuggets have a 3-1 lead on the series. And if they win tomorrow night, then the Heat will be beat in 5 games in the NBA Finals. And that's the situation. Eric Spoelstra will fall to 2-4 in the NBA Finals. And
so they're playing tomorrow night, which will be game what? And where are they playing? The Heat versus
Game 5, Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
Game 5.
Are you expecting the Heat to turn this around? They're down 3-1. Realistically.
I expect the Heat to turn this around and take it to 7 games, but it all starts tomorrow night at 8:30 in Denver. I believe we can win tomorrow night. I believe we can win also back in Miami. But can we win 3 straight and go back to Denver, Colorado and win Game 7? It's up in the air. If we can get to a Game 7, we can do that. But I personally believe we won't go out tomorrow night. But if we do, we put up a good fight, number 1. And number 2, Dame Lillard. And people have already saying that he has high interest in being traded to the Miami Heat in the offseason.
Gotcha.
If we don't win the final.
Gotcha.
So that's a good consolation prize if you ask me.
Okay. DJ Drama, have you gotten any updates since you're the one who sent me the email about this first, and I said whoa, I saw the video of the triple G's out of the 6, if I'm saying their name right. They are taking credit. They have the mask on. They're holding up DJ Drama's chains. Has DJ Drama spoken yet on Instagram? Is there anything or what's going on?
Listen, the Waffle Color Wars have now taken the battle to Toronto. DJ Drama hasn't said anything, but it was actually the Toronto rapper Top 5 who posted the video on his Instagram page with the 3 guys showing the iced out chains and the watch that were allegedly belonged to DJ Drama in the clip. But at the same time, they told him, that's what you get for not checking in. Shout out to Drizzy, triple G's, how we rock. That's what the guy was yelling on camera and everything. And, he said, don't play, we said for all that, don't post my music and don't play my music until 2023. All your chains going to get snatched. DJ Drama couldn't get your chain back, little boy. So, I allegedly.
Has Drake said anything? Is there any efforts to get the chains back? We're talking the slave chains here. This is a big deal in the world of rap music and urban media. The slave chains have been taken. Yeah. This is premium black news. What's going on with the slave chains?
Yeah. No update on the OVO camp or on Drizzy's camp or Drake to, get the chains back. It hasn't been any, calls on Fat Joe's or any J Prince calls to get chains back yet. I'm pretty sure those calls are in circulation. But at this point, the jury does look like it matches up with the recent images that DJ Drama has posted on his Instagram page with the matching jury that was being held up on the video DJ Drama hasn't came out or posted any new clips. But at the same time, DJ Drama and Drake squashed their beef a few years ago because, you know, Jack Harlow is DJ Drama's artist, and Drake stood behind him and did that track at Kentucky Derby and stuff, and that kind of squashed the beef between Drama and Drake. So the guy Top 5 who's holding up the chains and saying, you know, you ain't checking with Drake, you can all.
I beg to differ, Florida Boy Jay, and I'm gonna go left. Hang on, I'm gonna go left here and say that biracial rage is deeper than a black woman scorned. Let me say that again. Biracial rage is deeper than a black woman scorned. I was talking earlier about do black women have the right to be angry? That's debatable, according to some. But
we're gonna get on that.
I think Drake may have let people think, you know, shit is all good now. But here you are, up in the 6th now at a club. You're almost 50. You got your hat on backwards. Your name is Drama. You spoke reckless about me, and I spread money in those streets. So I tell you what, yes, everything is you know, over with. But you know, I want the chain. You don't think that that's how Drizzy could see things? That biracial rage?
Honestly, of course, that can happen. That can be the case. And at the same time, if you squash a beef with somebody and you're going to the city and you've done business before, it's only right that you holler at them and be like, hey, I'm in your town. You know what I'm saying? If you want to pop out, want to hang out, hit me up. Just like, you know, I'll be in the area. I'll be in the neighborhood. That ain't no, hey, let me call Drake and give him $100,000 to make sure niggas don't rob me. It's like, hey, Star, I'm in the A. You know, I'm riding around downtown Atlanta. If you somewhere, you know, grab a cup of coffee, I'm in the area. That's all DJ Drama had to do, allegedly, according to the goons. If he didn't do that, he didn't call nobody. And niggas, you know, like, hey, Drake, you knew Drama was in town? Drake, like, nah, I didn't know Drama was in town. Oh,
with all due respect, you know, I've never listened to an interview from DJ Drama, and I don't want to disrespect the guy, but I always thought that hat on backwards thing was really corny. Just corny, you know? And the name Drama, you know, clearly it's like, he's too old for that now. He's too old for that. So no one has spoken up to say this story is not true? No one?
No one, because to me the story is true. You're not getting replica jewelry and acting like you, and nobody's going to elaborate heights to say they robbed DJ Drama for clout. So it all looks legit to me.
Gotcha.
I'm elated seeing that the street, you know, like you say, the streets got to eat, and we all got to eat.
Streets got to eat.
Story,
Yeah.
You know, a light-skinned nigga take, not even a light-skinned nigga, a high yellow biracial nigga, the waffle-colored Negro. They over there, light-skinned niggas is different. The biracial waffle-colored Negroes is another species. They can take this L. They can hold this L. Is a waffle batter on waffle batter, colored crime. And Star, you gotta, as being, you know, one of them, you gotta call them. You gotta set them down and get them right. So you know, you're running amok over there.
Okay.
And before we get off, I would like to have 2 conversations. One on the recent support I've been getting on my videos, and before that, let's talk about you talking black women having a right to be mad.
Well, hang on a second. You've been getting a lot of smoke in my community section, and I said to you, if any comments are a little too rough, you know, Amy or somebody else will remove the comments. You're okay with the comments? You know, all sorts of bussy,
yeah, of course.
All sorts of bussy references. You're okay with that? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, you got. That's why the trolls support my channel, and they know what I know what they need. They know what I need. I need support. They want to have something to cook. They want to roast. Here you go. This is me and my homies. We cool in real life, so we don't mind getting roast community section. I told you we're all cool with it. They, you know, they check with it. They call me up laughing about it. Okay. It's all love, because that the video that I sent in, that's about to hit 1,000 views in a few hours, and then the cookout video is about to hit 1,500 views. So on 2 posts that I sent you in like 2-3 days since Thursday, we got over 3,000 views on 2 videos. So
nice.
That's doing awesome. And I think when you say roast, keep sending them pictures. He talking about my long threes and I got on a women prison outfit. I got loose shoulders. You know, just.
Hey, if I can jump in, some of the comments were like really, really funny. They were saying, "This is perfect for for Pride Month and so on and so forth. But now, hang on a second. I want to ask you this. In no way, shape, or form do we want to say anything harsh towards DC Young Fly. I'm sure he's mourning, but I went to his IG page. He's still promoting his upcoming comedy tour. Yes? Did you see that?
Darn, niggas die every day.
Easy. We're talking about a mother of three. Easy. Mother of three. I would have thought he would be in a mourning stage, respectfully. So being that I saw him promoting an upcoming comedy tour, I said, well, maybe we should at least explore Azealia Banks and her feelings. Thus where the question came from, do black women have the right to be angry? She was very upset about her appearance on Wildin' Out, whenever that was. Was it 2018? Correct me if I'm wrong. They clowned her. Supposedly she was in her tears. And since his beautiful partner has passed away, Jackie O, Azealia Banks has been taking shots. Yes?
Yep. Yes, she has. And no, if we're going to say black women deserve to be angry from the point of bank, I'm going to say hell. Because just because you get roasted, when we seen the DC Young Fly clip with her and he's roasting her, when it's a dark skin on dark skin crime of roasting, that she wants to scream color, it was anti-black. No, it's not. He's just roasting you because that's his job, and because you can't take a joke or roast back, scream colorism or anti-black. It's the same rhetoric and propaganda you see some of these black women on Twitter preach all day when they're losing arguments or losing debates with the opposite sex or with somebody who doesn't align with their way of thinking. So at the end of the day, if we're going to act a blanket statement, should they be mad? Should they be mad at who? White supremacy, the white man, of the structure that's been set in place? We can talk about that. Or just mad in general? No, because nobody's walking around here mad. Are we talking about mad at the black man? Hell no, because the black man is living his life just like you're living yours. And you can't pick out the anomalies that you're not qualified for to justify some type of anger that you carry. So no, we got to specify.
Okay, now hold on a second. Stay there, because you represent the younger generation. You have said, and I quote, "The bag got different, so I got different." So with regards to black women, and never mind that slavery reference I made, maybe that's too much of a reach, but in today's day,
no, it was right on point.
Okay, but today's day and time. In today's day and time, the black woman does not have the right to be angry after all she's been through, hundreds and hundreds of years being mistreated, having to have 15 and in some states 17 babies to gain her freedom. Sometimes you would have a woman, a black woman, maybe in her 30s, having to mate with a 16-year-old buck. This is how deep slavery was. A lot of people don't know this if they don't go to the genealogy departments and other things. So she doesn't have the right to be angry, and that anger passed down through generations. Florida Boy J.
That's the same anger that black men or people that's been through generations of oppression should feel. Not what we should be justifying. We're justifying is, where is this anger being directed and manifested, and where is this energy of anger being directed towards? That's what we're talking about, because when we talk about the anger of a black woman, everybody, I won't say everybody, but some people in the chatter who are listening have a generalized perception of what that anger means and where it manifests at. And that's the whole negative stereotype in the first place. So what I say again, do black women deserve to be angry? Yes, they do. Do they deserve to be angry at a certain thing or certain people? Yes,
the question was, do they have the right? The right?
Yes, they do. But the right to be angry at what? Just in general? No. Nobody has the right to be angry in general, because the life you have is your own, and you decide what brings you happiness and what brings you peace, and that's the point of a human's journey. Just because you're a black woman or a black male or whatever demographic you've been put in and placed in in this universe doesn't give you the right to walk around with an angry face or with an angry preset to operate in society, because nobody wants to be around that.
Okay.
And if that's your personality trait, if the emotion is your personality trait, then you're limited as a human being in your thinking anyways, and you need to grow on your own before you try to project your insecurities on any other demographic or anybody else.
Okay. And is the merch coming, Florida Boy J? Where is the merch?
The merch is on the site. The merch is we dropped the link on the last episode that's got almost 1,000 views.
I have not seen the merch. Can I get a T-shirt? The bag got different, so I got different. Can you send me a link? Send me a link.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see the link, because we're dropping those this Thursday. We dropped the first round of merch of this past Thursday on the episode Perspective and Facts podcast, episode 77. We had the live drop in the links. We were spamming the super chat. Like I said, I dropped it. We held up the clothes. We had the swings. We had part of
Florida Boy J, send me a link, please. Send me a link. I would like to order a T-shirt. If you're not going to send me one, I'll order one. All right. Thank you, man.
No. I will. And anybody in the community section listen to our report. I don't ask for Cash App, super chats, and none of that all the time. But if you want to support something, support. The part on site is in the link from the last episode. That's in Star's community section.
Good to talk to you, man. Thank you.
All right, man. You guys have a great.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Florida Boy J tapping in. Okay, guys, give me a second. I'm coming to PayPal donations. Also on the screen right now, one of my new sponsors, David DeCordova. His book, Decoded, The Bible Explained. Okay. Right there, you can get that book on Amazon. Okay, David DeCordova, Decoded, The Bible Explained. Okay. I've just started this. I'm up to chapter 3. It's good reading. And folks, if you are a sponsor or a potential sponsor, reach out to me so I can help you promote your books, okay? I've been a reader all my life, so I like to read new books, and we do have some very unique ways to market new authors. A Bountiful Soul, I got your donation. Thank you very much. It says welcome back. Drew Hua got your donation. UFOs are real, not in the sky. Look to the water. That's a very good point. But they wouldn't be technically UFOs, unidentified flying objects. They would just be some type of, objects or organisms in the water. But thank you for your donation. Terrence, I got your donation. Zion needs a phone consultation with you. #simp. I'm not fully in the loop on that story. I saw it. I think he was giving that woman $100,000 a month. I don't know. Okay, someone sent me an email here about Cesar Pina. I will get back to you tomorrow. I'm not going to say your name. Yeah. He's on the run, but lawyers are putting together a hell of a case, okay? Okay. Lex Diamond's got your donation. Yo, fam, you good? You holding? ? Had his fire. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah. Lex Diamond's my nigga. Yardman Kev. Bunch of UFOs walking in the PR parade today. Oh, my goodness. I would love to have a Puerto Rican call in, tell us about the parade in New York City. What happened? Anything? Have you guys calmed down? There used to be all sorts of groping, fights, stabbings. Have you finally got your shit together? Okay. Big Ikea got your donation. Thank you very much. Via PayPal. It's only a matter of time before what happened to DJ Drama is going to happen to Azealia Banks. That voodoo doesn't make you bulletproof, okay? Bussy Updates says, Star, your dear friend, is doing well. He is currently in prison living out his bussy dream, okay? He sends his regards. Who, sir? Who are you talking about? Someone pretending to be a former coke dealer. Star, do you remember when you tried to pay me with Monopoly money? Nigga, we still looking for you. That wasn't Monopoly money. That was actually, that was allegedly some money that someone was making off of a laser printer. Oh, shit, I don't believe I just said that. Thank you for your donation. Meth Tranny, I got your donation. Star, do you remember when you choked me over that coke? I still have discoloration on my neck, and I will be pursuing legal action. Okay. Big Aki says DJ Drama wasn't about that drama. LOL. Nigga got robbed by Canada Dry Maple Syrup niggas. LMAO. Y'all would have had to shoot me. LOL. Okay. And then Big Aki says the slave thing. You can't play hopscotch with slavery. 1 minute it's we were slaves. Next week it's we were masses side piece. Pick a side. I've had many discussions on slavery over the decades on the Star and Buckwild show, and all of my radio shows are in chronological order. I used to literally type up notes, and then if we changed the show, we would correct the notes after the show. But with regards to black female slaves, that was a lengthy discussion with myself and DX21 back on Hot 97, okay? Hang on a second, guys. Area code 215. Good evening.
Yo, what's up?
215, are you there?
Yo, what's up, Troy? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. Who's this?
What's going on? This Chronic. Listen, I called about. It's funny. One of your super chat peoples said something that I was going to say too. I had one of my friends.
They stole your shit. They stole your shit.
No. Listen. I had a friend. He passed away. He was in the Navy, and it's another cat that I know that was in the Navy, and they both told me the same story about UFOs at different times, just totally. So obviously I never was in the Navy, but they said that they, I guess at night you got to pull some type of night watch on the deck or whatever.
Okay.
And they both told me that they seen ships fly out the ocean and into space. We never was talking about UFOs.
Right.
We never was talking about it. And they just like, yo, and one was an old head, cat probably 70 years old right now. And he said the same shit my man Shaka had told me. He passed away a few years ago, but they both told me that they seen shit fly right out the ocean into the sky, and it was just interesting. And one of your people said that. The other thing I wanted to call about was the black women.
Well, hang on a second, sir. How do we know that you're telling the truth? You could just be, and I say this with all due respect, you could just be a lying nigger. Well, a lot of niggers lie, sir. Niggers special. Hang on, sir. Hang on. Niggers specialize in lying. Niggers get into that goddamn interrogation room. What did they say? Yo, I swear to God, it wasn't me. I swear to God, and it was them.
Star, we're not talking about crimes. You just asked about UFOs.
Sir, it's
listen, hold up.
Sir, niggas lie, sir. Sir, you're telling us about some 70-year-old nigga. We don't know who that nigga is.
Who's the father of? Yo, you a wild nigga, yo. But I don't know, man. Me personally though, I don't think this universe is. We the only ones alive here. It's just too vast. So, and they got that new telescope. What's that called? The James Webb telescope. They said that thing has even got the scientists refuting the Big Bang theory. They said that the universe is they looking at the end of the universe with that telescope that they got. So,
well, sir, the Big Bang theory is just that it's a theory. It's not, it's not.
Yeah, it's a theory. Yep. And they said that
it's not necessarily truth. But now, hang on a second. Hang on a second. You said you don't think or you don't believe that we're alone. Well, give us the root of your research, please.
I mean, just from what I read, what I've seen myself, I just don't think that the universe why would we be the only beings in the universe? I mean, you got people, right, that live in America that never been to the beach or never been to the ocean.
Okay.
And the ocean is teeming with life. The ocean is teeming with life.
Right.
Like, it's shit in the ocean that they never even seen. Like, they don't know what's at the bottom of the ocean, and we live on Earth. Like, we live on the same planet as these beings. So, of course, they don't know what's going on 50 billion miles away from Earth in another star system. I mean, it don't make sense that we would be the only beings here.
Well, now, hang on a second, sir. You said based upon things that you've read. So, you's a read nigga, yes? You's a read nigga?
Just like you, Doug. I'm a read nigga.
Well, no, sir, you're not just like me. You don't sound like me. I don't know who you are. You're not just like me. You said you said things that you've read. Tell us what you've read to come to the conclusion that we're not alone. Enlighten us, please.
I mean, like the Roswell shit, the Dolce Base shit.
Sir, can you stop using the word shit? You said it a few times. Give that algorithm. Give the algorithm a break.
I'm sorry for cursing on your. I'm sorry for cursing on your platform.
You can do it once in a while, but just not repeatedly. The algorithms, if you trip them, then I can't monetize this stream. Good. You were saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't want you to not be monetized. But yeah, I've read about the stuff in the desert. Like the Area 51 stuff. The Dolce base, which is, they said it's a base in somewhere in the out west, where they have like all these recovered crafts and things like that. And, I mean, I've read a lot of stuff about it, and do you believe that everybody that has seen a UFO is just telling a story? Like, personally, do you believe that?
Me personally, I think until we actually have some solid proof, I think most people are high on camel shit. Most people are delusional. Most people have all sorts of fluid imbalances. Equilibriums are not, level. People lie. Niggas lie. Niggas lie all the goddamn time. The Caucasians love to promote fear. Ooh, they crashed in the desert. Ooh, they had big heads, and they took me on a ship, and they took me to a distant galaxy, and they brought me back. Until I see something, I'm gonna go with what I believe. And in terms of aliens, again, the African DNA is so goddamn unique. Unique. How could something survive in the weather and the heat and be able to procreate at times with very little water? And if you go back, hang on a second. And if you go back, some of the earlier Africans didn't even need to use water to cleanse themselves. Do you know that? They would pack mud on their bodies. That's some DNA, man, I can't explain. Do you know that?
Well, maybe the African is from the earth, and the people who destroy the earth are not from the earth. You ever thought about that?
Bingo.
I mean, we got to.
The white man has you looking into the sky. And a goddamn alien could be right here. The most vicious, vile Homo sapien on the planet isn't African. You know that, right? They're not with all that brother shit that you and I talk. You're my brother.
No, I'm not. I don't agree with that.
Africans are about tribal wars. I'm
not going to agree with that. I'm not going to agree with that. No, I don't, because who created who said, okay, we're going to split the atom and use it to kill other people? Like with that.
That was actually the Manhattan Project. Hang on. You asked a question. That was the Manhattan Project, the scientists that got together, and they did just what you said. You can Google that if you like.
Yeah, they split the atom.
Manhattan Project. Go ahead.
With the power that you could use with the split atom, you have a group of people who also, by the way, can't stand in the sun very long, which is definitely, I don't know, that throws me for a loop. Like, because the sun gives light to everything, but
why does it throw you for a loop? So you're talking about the Caucasians, yes?
Why can I take a seed from a plant or a fruit, throw it in the ground, water it, and give it sunlight, and it create life? But certain people on the planet can stand in the sun and die. Like the sun doesn't kill anything on the planet except a certain group of people.
Okay, and those people are what, sir? What are those people? I dare you to say it. You scared?
I'm gonna let you make your inferences. I'm not going.
No, sir, you well, say it. Say it. You scared? What are they?
I mean, because you're
Those
talking about the
Caucasians.
African, like you're talking about the African.
No, we're talking about
like that.
Now we're talking about the Caucasians. What are they? If they can't stand within the sun for periods of time without getting skin cancer, what are they?
Maybe they are aliens.
No.
I mean, what else? Well, you tell me, Star. You're a very educated individual. What else?
No, sir. I'm just a high school dropout.
What else living does the sun kill?
I want you to say it. You're scared.
I'm scared. You're right. I'm scared.
You're scared.
What else living?
You're a nigga that's scared.
That's right.
You're scared. Hold on. Y'all gonna cut the lights off up in here? I was scared of the dark. That's the Green Mile. Hey, man, good to talk to you, man. Salute. Thank you, man.
Hold on, I want to.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Anybody seen the Green Mile? Y'all gonna cut the lights off up in here? I was scared of the dark. Decoded, the Bible Explained by David Cordova. Pick that book up, tell him I sent you. Guys, I'm looking for some of my sponsors tonight. I feel like taking a break and then talking some more. Hold on a second. Hold on. I feel like talking. My first night back. And folks, I want you to go check out some of my YouTube shorts in the drop-down menu on the YouTube channel. Click on where it says shorts. I loaded up a bunch of stuff. Oh, do I have hundreds of shorts coming. I've got all sorts of Star and Buck Wild stuff. I've got the public access shows. I've got Star and Buck Wild on the radio stations. Oh, my goodness. Back in the building, Star Report. It's Sunday evening, and if you're just now joining me, we have been discussing the stories coming out from multiple sources that DJ Drama was pistol whipped, possibly stabbed. He wasn't shot, but they took his chains up in Toronto. And people have made a video claiming, that they are the culprits. They held up the chains. At this point in time, no word from DJ Drama on Instagram. And Hip Hop DX as well said they reached out, and no word from DJ Drama, okay? All right, hang on a second. Okay, who is this? Oh, I think I know this is. Sure, call in. Is this area code 718? Good evening, 718. We're discussing DJ Drama and the allegations.
Hello?
718, yes, good evening.
Hey, how you doing? Man?
What's up, man?
All right.
It's kind of loud in the background, sir. Can you make some adjustments? Loud in the background.
All right. All right, we good now?
You got an echo,
Hello?
but go ahead. Go ahead, you're there.
No problem. All right. So Nah, just to go for your topics. The Degrassi thing. Remember this kid Drake was in a wheelchair. That was his role. So I don't know how he's now extorting people. I mean, that just seems a little strange. I just want to say, you still there, Star?
You have the floor, fuckwad. You have the floor, fuckwad. Let's go.
I was it. Now this is very short. I was in Canada when I was 12 years old. So a lot of people talk about this stuff.
Right.
Oh, I live in Harlem. Right. No, I was in Canada, 12 years old by myself. Right. I was in clubs. I was having a nice time. I'm not going to say the area because we don't want to get it messed up. We don't want those Toronto people to go to that other place and mess it up. It was very safe. There was no garbage on the street, and and then I went back when I was 20 years old, and I had some nice, females, took care of me very nicely. So this is a very nice story. I don't know.
You're a liar in a Fruit Loop, but continue. I'm
not.
No, sir. I've got time. I've got time. You're a liar in a Fruit Loop. But finish up.
I took a train. It was 9 hours to Montreal, and she paid for it.
We're listening.
No, I mean that's it. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm just letting you know that certain parts of Canada is very safe. I don't know all this gangster stuff. I was a little kid, from New York, feeling safe out there.
Listen, I appreciate a good troll, and I thank you for your approach. It's Sunday night, and
really,
any comments with regards to the UFOs? Do you believe in UFOs?
All right, so I did send something to your PayPal. Get one of these Spanish or Hispanic people to talk about what they saw in Nevada, if you don't mind. No, family were terrified. That looked crazy.
Did you ever see a UFO? You sent a donation in.
Come on, man. That sounds ridiculous. But anyway, if they have it, then I won't see it. I don't need to see it. They're showing it to certain people that maybe they eat them or something.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, man, I appreciate the call. Thank you.
All right, Star.
Thank you.
Mess up your show, man. Enjoy.
Okay. I appreciate a troll from time to time. I like his approach. Very calm. He wasn't over the top. Area code 586. Good evening. Jesus Christ, that's loud. Can you turn that down? 586. Good evening.
What's up, Ali Kwan?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hello, Star. I want to talk about the UFO landing in Nevada.
Okay. Can I ask you to get rid of the fake accent? Just talk, man. Just talk.
Randy.
I'm not.
Ali Kwan, can you hear me?
I'm not hanging up on you, but just talk in your voice, and then you can do the trolling thing afterwards. Can you do that, fuck boy?
Star, it's
okay. He can't do it. Just give me a second, guys. Folks, this is my first show back. I was on the road. I went to Stone Harbor, New Jersey. I put my belongings in my home that I purchased back in 2004. I've never actually lived there. I mean, I stayed there for a couple of months. Oh man, back in 2012. One of my aunties, she was watching the house. I'm gonna sell it at some point. It's a beautiful home. It's worth a nice penny. I just don't want to live in New Jersey. I was born and raised in New Jersey, and let me just say, salute to the three Ecuadorian movers that helped me, because I had a U-Haul full of stuff, and I called a buddy of mine, and he had some Ecuadorians, and they didn't ask any questions. I gave them $50 tips each, helped me put the stuff in, and I realized I needed help because at my age, 59, I don't want to have a mild stroke or some type of goddamn neck spasm or some shit. So I drove back here. I'm in Georgia now, in case you don't know. And I'm going to be here for another 2 weeks, maybe 3, to close out the house here. And then I move everything, or what's left here, to New Jersey, okay? But tonight is my first show back. And let me just say again, in my community section, or pardon me, the drop-down menu section, I posted videos under the shorts area. So you can see some of the things that I've been posting in case you missed those, okay? All right, Newt, I got your donation. Community pool, 2 king crabs in a Wawa bag. LOL, okay? Gold's conditioning. Black men sold black women into slavery. Hashtag OG devil. Ooh. He's spitting facts. King Simon, I got your donation. He says, keep up the great work. Thank you, King Simon. If you want to call in, you have my number. Newt8282 says, I seen 20 overweight aliens in FBJ video. Hold on a second. Janet, where are you going? Janet, do you want to call in? I don't want to mention that, Janet. Janet back on that bullshit, sending me something about was DC Young Fly the reason for his partner's surgery? I don't know. This is a time of mourning, a mother of 3 gone at an early age. Now, what are you saying, Janet? Is there something with regards to the, what is that surgery that they have for the vagina to make the vagina tighter again? Troll babies? Something with the vaginal something? What is that? It's like when the coochie gets all stretched out and the walls collapse. There's a name for that. Vaginal, is it rejuvenation? The Don Bishop 5'5". I think that's it. Damn, Janet back on that bullshit. Vagina. Oh, there it is. Vaginal rejuvenation. Damn. Surgical and non-surgical treatments that firm up the skin around your vagina or tighten the vaginal canal. That's a conversation for another night, Janet. That's, I don't want to go down that path. I had some pussy 84. The girl was hot as shit, but it was just the pussy had no walls. I guess niggas had tore that shit out the frame. I'm like, I couldn't feel shit. I said, are your legs open? Oh my God. Let's move on. Okay, I spoke to this guy here. M. Clark. 718, I got your donation. Thank you. To my content. Okay, I'll get back to you after the show. Felix, I got your email. Thank you, Felix. Okay. Area code 929. Trying to stay on topic. DJ drama. Pistol whipped, choked, stomped half to death up in the 6. Niggas got the chain. Are you up to speed? 929.
No, man, we're not up to speed. But man, you need for take care of yourself. Stop drink so much, man.
That has got to be the corniest fucking Jamaican accent I've ever heard. You pussy bitch nigga. That's just horrible.
You need to stop.
Let's get him out of here. That's what we used to call back in the days a Jafakin. Damn. That was horrible. That was horrible. Let me get some more of my sponsors on the screen here. And folks, let me also make sure I'm promoting, my email address. If anybody wants to contact me, not for an interview, but with regards to, Cesar Pina, his wife, Jennifer, DJ Envy, and Angela Yee, who I reported to the FBI last week. I did. I does this. Who sent me that video? I want to make sure I give you your props if you want to be acknowledged. Somebody sent me the video of Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club smiling and laughing as she's interviewing Caesar and his wife, and she says, "You was convicted of scamming, right?" He said, "Yeah." So they knew. They knew. If you cannot afford a lawyer, holler at me. I will help you. Holler at me. That's just too loud. I can't do that. So 601, I can't do that. Area code 828. Good evening. Are you there? 828. Good evening.
Yo, how you doing this evening, Star?
Yes, sir. How are you? Thank you for tapping in. Where do you want to start, sir?
All right, this is Don Dallas TV over here at YouTube. And first of all, let me say, maybe you should start working with the government, because I do believe you have some aliens calling into your show. Y'all can trace and track these MFs. You understand?
Well, now the question, do you believe in UFOs? Let's start there. Seriously, there's a lot of talk. There was a video I saw last week. A police officer went to the home of, it looked like three meth heads, alleged meth heads, and they're explaining what they saw on a crash landing. What are your thoughts?
Well, for me, I'm the type of person, I got to see it to believe it. You know what I'm saying? You can show me video, you can show me all this other shit. Excuse me, pardon my language. You can show me all this other stuff, but I need to see it to believe it. So until I see it, then I'll believe it. Pretty simple with me. Yeah.
Well, one could say you can't see the air that you breathe. However, it's there, yes?
No doubt.
Okay.
I understand, and I've seen some pretty convincing things over the years from different outlets, where I do believe that there are other beings in the universe. Now, I will say that, but as far as them being here on Earth, I haven't seen them yet. Personally, I've been here 52 years. So until I see them or make contact with them, then I'll believe it 100%. But until then, I will have to go 50-50.
Well, now, hang on. You said you're 52, 5'2"?
52 years old.
Okay. You were supposed to respond to what I just said to you based upon science that we learned in middle school, because technically you can see the air that you breathe. If you lower the temperature in a room, or if you are in a certain part of the world, you can see the air, because it temperature drops and you can see it. Right?
No doubt.
Yeah. So so that's how you answer that, just in case somebody tries to get slick on you. Well, you're God, you can't see God, but you know he's there. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I mean, hey, we don't know the recipe. We know what water is, but we don't know the recipe to it. We know it's H2O or whatever, but you can't make water. And you're like, but at your house. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like you're like, I'm going to make me some water. Like, you can't do it. So it's the same thing, on a sort of same principle with seeing the aliens. Like I said, I need to see it. You understand what I'm saying? I need to talk to one, because hey, maybe I can hitch a ride out of this sector junk that the Earth is. You know what I mean?
Okay. So if I understand you correctly, you don't subscribe to or believe in quote unquote aliens.
Well, as that word, that's the word that I would say, maybe a European word that they use to describe it. And, for me, I go far beyond European words and with my thinking. And if it's something out there, and I do believe it is other beings out there, I don't believe it's, goes by that name or whatever. That's what we call them. But, I would say it's got to be some other beings in the universe. I would say yes. But I'm just saying, from my experience on Earth, I haven't seen them yet. And, I'm just going on.
Well, so I'm a high school dropout, but you referenced Europeans. Science and the concept of time and other things were created by the black man, not Europeans.
Well, of course.
Mathematics by way of the black man, the original man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me say this. Let me put this in. Now, I do believe that the extraterrestrial beings did, maybe co-inhabit with old Kemet before it was Egypt. I do believe they helped them build, whatever the pyramids or whatever structures they built over there without modern equipment. I do believe the extraterrestrials helped them build that. I do believe that. So that's kind of lending towards, hey, we started with the science, the Moors, we was the one who taught the Europeans certain things. But, in the frame of what I was saying was here in America, it's basically been a grifter country. The government is basically in possession of stolen property. So they came over here grifting as Vikings and scamming. They scammed the Indians and they scammed, for the whole Louisiana purchase they got for $2. So what I'm saying is, this is a country with a history of scam and fraud. And a lot of the things they put in the news usually has somewhere a scam or fraud in it somewhere. It's just like them telling us about the FDA is recommending you take this vaccine. Who knows what's in the vaccine? You see a lot of different crazy incidents going on ever since the vaccine came. So I'm just saying, I don't trust the news, basically.
If I can jump in for a second, sir, I'm just a high school dropout, but
from what's really going on.
Let's go back for a second. You said you were talking about the pyramids. The pyramids. It's not a mystery how they were built. The Caucasians, the masters of technology, want you to think, it's had to be aliens. We can't figure that out. No, that's not true. That's not true.
Mm-hmm.
A man of you're close to my age. I'm 59. You're 52. I don't know where you went to school, and I say this with all due respect, but the pyramids, if you have an understanding of the center of gravity, you can understand how those pyramids were built. It's not some fucking aliens from outer space. During those particular times, there were not machines such as cranes and things of that nature, but there were slaves who would literally build certain things and move things based upon the center of gravity, and they were able to construct those pyramids. So,
well, how would you explain the cutting of the rock? How would you explain that? You
very easy.
Be like,
hang on, sir. I'm just a high school dropout, but do you know that water can shape and mold things? You see, the Caucasian wants us to believe that. Well, if I can't figure this out, I know you sure as hell can't. Right? You referenced water earlier, which is oxygen and hydrogen atoms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hydrogen, oxygen, hydrogen atoms. I forget. It's been a lot of years since middle school. But back to what I lost what we were saying here. The pyramids, aliens. So until you see something, you don't believe it. Is that what the thrust of your position is? I forget.
Well, that would be the end result. I'll entertain it, but until I actually see it, then I'll be 100% in. But I will entertain it, and I will give it a chance that it is possible without being completely over the fence. Like, no, it's not possible. It's not going to be like that. But I still need to see it.
Gotcha.
I still need to see it.
Okay.
Now, before we go, and I don't want to hold you too long. I got a DJ drama story I want to share with you. I used to be a stage manager at Too Hot Studios in Atlanta.
Please.
I used to be a stage manager at Too Hot Studios in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
And there was a bunch of college students that rented out the big side of our warehouse. Most of the warehouse was like 100 studios, small studios, and we had one big performance area. So they rented this out. They had the Everclear going with the Kool-Aid. I'm saying it was just total mayhem. It was like Freak Week all over, just in a modern sense. And DJ Drama was the DJ. And we had an old stage, and the students had all formed on the stage, and it was my job to clear the stage. So I go to DJ Drama, and I tell him once, could you stop the music, make an announcement about the stage? He doesn't do it. He just kind of looks at me and sneers. And then again, I ask him again. No, he doesn't even acknowledge me. I'm like, look, I'm the stage manager. I will cut the power to the whole shit, if you don't stop the music and make an announcement. Right. So his manager then goes into his ear and tells him to stop the music. Now, I'm saying that to say there was a bit of, what's the word I want to say, ego. Like, he looked at me like, who the hell are you? Right. Or you're nobody, and I don't have to respect you. And I think that may have been part of the reason that they got him in Canada. Oh. Just having, not respecting, where you are and who you're around and,
Gotcha.
And what you're doing.
Gotcha.
And I think that...
Can you tell us what year was that, sir? What year was that?
Say it again?
What year was that?
I would say that was around 2012.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
I was working for...
Well, he's an old nigga now. He's an old, some type of tragic mulatto, get the hat on backwards, and to the young wolves, he's a plate of food. So I don't know the details, but thank you for your call. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me. Have a good evening.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Area code 770. Good evening. It's my first show back. Are you there? 770.
Yes. Yes, sir. Welcome back, Star.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. DJ Drama. He beat him half to death up in his 6. I heard he got a $150.
Oh, yeah.
$150. Got a cracked eye socket. Caught that nigga slipping. What say you,
sir? I
sir?
said the same thing. The streets got to eat.
She's got to eat, man. Yeah, Triple G's, whoever they are. Triple G's. This is their come up. They got the chain. No response from Drama. What say you?
I think it's an L form. You know what I'm saying? You might as well call that that's a lost form. Forget about that chain, man. Go get another one.
Does he claim Philly or Germantown? I mean, he really got his weight up in Atlanta, but does he claim Philly? Because if so, that's like 2 hard L's for Philly. First, PNB Rock. Now DJ Drama.
Oh, I didn't know he was from Philly.
Yeah, Germantown, Philly. Yeah, I'm sure he claims Philly. Yeah.
Okay. I was calling to talk about that UFO thing, though.
What do you think, sir? Do you believe in UFOs? What do you think?
Yeah, to a degree, by the very definition of it. You see unidentified flying objects all the time. So I've personally seen things myself. Actually identical to what was on the policeman's body camera. Did you see the policeman's body camera?
I did. Where was that? Was that in Las Vegas? What was that? I forget.
Yeah, it was out in Vegas. out of Vegas, but I've seen that at least twice. I've seen that at least twice in my lifetime personally. Same exact color, and it's. I just don't know what it is though. But I was just calling to say.
Are you a man of color, sir? And if so, how old are you? Who am I talking to?
I'm 42. I'm 42. I am a man of color.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Stay with me. What about UWOs? Never mind UFOs. What about UWOs? Unidentified walking objects.
Yeah, I see that all the time in Atlanta.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about Caucasians. Unidentified walking objects.
Well, I never heard that acronym before.
I just made it up.
Okay. Okay. No, I've never heard that before. Why do
Can you help me explore it, sir? I'm a thinking nigga. Unidentified walking objects. Everything came from the African, yes? Race is a social construct, but everything came from the African. Africa is the motherland. Black women are the mothers of creation. Some say that Caucasians came about by way of a mutation. Some would say that. What do you think about unidentified walking objects? And let me take a sip of this wine because I'm on one. What do you think about the devil? What has the devil taught you? In theory.
Okay, devil. So first of all,
the devil has taught you that the devil does not exist. Yes?
Yeah. Definitely. But the Bible says the devil shall put some of you into prison. So who is that?
I'm not sure where you're going with that, but go ahead.
Well, I identify the so-called white man as the Edomite man that the Bible speaks about, which is a deficient race, so to speak. So the Edomites are synonymous with the devil. The word devil means what? Liar, deceiver. And since they took over.
You sound scared to talk, sir. To be honest with you, you're scared. You're scared.
Huh?
You're scared. You're scared to go there. You're scared to go there. I'm sipping this wine.
No, I'm telling you.
Let's go, nigga. Turn up. Turn up and, close out the show. It's over 2 hours.
The Edomites in the Bible are the so-called white people we see today. And there's a devil that the Bible speaks of. The liar, the deceiver. Like I said, from the time of Alexander on down. So I mean I could see where you're going with your acronym.
I don't know where I'm going, sir, but I thank you for the call. I thank you.
Appreciate it, Stas. Yes, take it easy.
Okay. I told you guys this show was going to be off the rails tonight. It's my first night back. Dana, let's you and I talk another time. I think we've done enough. I was going to dig deeper into this particular topic, but it's not necessary. And guys, all of my sponsors, if you did not get a chance to call in, here's my email address. We send out analytics if you want to become a sponsor. We want to get you your information on that showrunner, also in the community section and at the top of the rebroadcast. Hold on a second. Jamal, I got your donation. UCO, unidentified Congolese object. Hashtag Lucchini. Oh, my God. Oh my God! Thank you for your donation. Okay, this has nothing to do with the show. I'm sorry, guys. It's something totally different. Hey, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm back. I'm back in Georgia. I will be here again for a couple of weeks, and then I'm moving back to New Jersey, Stone Harbor to be exact, okay? I also want to thank JT, Pocket Watching with JT, for calling in. Please go check this man's channel out.
You out this world, need some space for me. I'm out here, girl, I'm back up in the street. So I don't really got time to fuss and fight no more with you. Really got time to fuss and fight no more. Why you tripping, baby? You know you invited. Acting like you know what's up, but you ain't psychic. Told you nothing going down, but you ain't like it. I told you nothing going down when you excited. So if you want a song, go and get the one. Show me the money, get the money, let's go down, down. Break it up, when we make it all, make it up, break it up, break it up, then we make it up, You out this world, need some space for me. I'm out here, girl, I'm back up in the street. So I don't really got time to fuss and fight no more with you. Really got time to fuss and fight no more. What's the problem? What's the issue? Everything I said has been true. Love you, then he ditched you. Nobody knew